Hey, we're back. It's a fucking glorious day today. Beautiful day. It's our little spot here. Little trail, the big tree trail is what it's called. Take a little walk around here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Feeling amazing today, actually. Never been on this side of this little creek. Can do a little walk around. Thought I'd maybe share some of my Sasquatch journey with you guys today. For anybody who doesn't know, my name is JT. I'm a guy that has a connection with the Sasquatch people. They have been with me my entire life. They've walked through this life with me. And it is one of medicine, one of spiritual transformation. That is the walk with Sasquatch. Might be getting a little loud here. Standing right next to this fish ladder. The connection with Sasquatch, you know? Cool little spot. Let's see what's up here. We're right on the side of the road here. So Sasquatch, my Sasquatch, the connection was made, you know, not the connection, but they did come into my life physically when I was 8 years old. And I find for many people it's around that age. It's always around 8 years old when they start showing their presence. When I was 8 years old, my parents' friends were building a house in the back of Mission, British Columbia. And I'm in the backyard playing by this pond, this creek. And 10 feet across from me, basically like this pond, like that distance away, there was a 5 foot tall Sasquatch standing there. And it was like there was no fear involved. It was just a calming family feeling. And the Sasquatch literally mimicked my every movement, guys. Like, As I crouched down, the Sasquatch crouched down. As I picked up the skunk cabbage and played with the skunk cabbage, so did the Sasquatch. It was like a mirror. Hold on one sec. Big boy's coming through. Oh, we got two. It was like they were me. It's like we were in sync, if that makes sense. Then my parents called me. They said, "Jared!" And I just turned my head like this and turned back. And the Sasquatch vanished. He was gone. That was the first time that I seen a Sasquatch with my own eyes as a child. And this walk is spirit, right? It's medicine. So we get set on these life journeys of ours, this life path. And I went down some roads I probably shouldn't have went down, but they led me to this right here, right now. You know, I was a drug dealer, turned into a drug addict. I spent many years of my life, you know, in that scene. And what led me out of that stuff, out of the darkness of all things, was Sasquatch and the Creator. They set this path in front of me and reopened the door. Once in 2020 is when I was inspired to start Sasquatch.Confessions. And it was to be there for people who have had encounters like myself, you know, who didn't know where to go, who had nowhere to talk to, nobody to talk to about this stuff. That was the whole point of starting Sasquatch.Confessions. That was in 2020. Once I broke free from the addiction and I was clean for 2 years, that's when the Sasquatch started to come back into my life as an adult. I call it making it full circle. Like, that's what I had to go through, my life journey, my life path. And once I made it full circle, they came back. And it started in 2022 in my adult life. They gifted me the grandfather stone with the story of transformation carved into it. Now, there's symbols on this rock that the native people in my area have been using for thousands of years. They are a Sasquatch nation. That's where the word Sasquatch comes from. So they gave me the grandfather stone and my first medicine stick. But I didn't know it was a medicine stick. I was like, the translation can be slow at times for us human beings. You know? The translation can be slow. They actually led me 2 years after I found the medicine stick, or it was gifted to me. They led me into the forest to show me what to do with my medicine stick. And this certain area in the forest had been calling me for 20. Every time I drove by it, my instinct was pulling me in. Go in there, go in there. So one day, 2 years after I had the medicine stick gifted to me, I'm called into this forest that I speak of. So I end up going out there one day. I'm by myself one day like I am today. And I'm like, I'm going to go out to that forest, right? I drive out there, 30 kilometers out there. And I pull over and I start walking in to where this forest has always called me. I walk 100 yards off the main road and I come to 2 medicine sticks tied to the trees. You know, this is medicine work, right? Native medicine work. And that's when I knew right then and there that the stick that they gifted me with the grandfather stone was a medicine stick. Because my walk is one of medicine. You know, my path with Sasquatch and the Creator is that of medicine. I am a medicine man. That is my purpose with the Sasquatch. Now, that was 2 years after I found the medicine stick. But 1 week after they gifted me the grandfather stone and my first medicine stick, she's shown herself to me, my Sasquatch, Sarai. I was fishing at the Chehalis River, and it was a beautiful day, just like today. And I turn around, and I see this huge brown figure standing in the tree line. You know, see over there how it's trees and gravel or rock? It was standing in the tree line. And she came walking out in broad daylight for everybody to see. Taking the biggest steps I've ever seen anybody take. It was absolutely gigantic steps. That's what caught my eye first. And I noticed that she was head to toe in a light brown hair. My Sasquatch had a medicine stick in her hand as well, just like the one she gave me. She came walking out. She walked about 100 yards in front of me, stopped at the river and turned and looked at me. She paused for about 10 seconds, turned back and walked through the river, over the bank and out of sight. That was my first visual sighting of a Sasquatch in my adult life after I'd made it full circle. And many, many things have happened, guys, to show me that Sasquatch is spirit, Sasquatch is physical. You know, I have many, many incidences where they would show their presence that way. It's been nothing but an amazing journey with the Sasquatch. I'm gonna jump down here. I'll be back in one sec, guys. Whoa, climbing down this hill. Get away from this water, it's pretty loud. And after the Sasquatch came to me that way, I knew, you know, they started showing their presence in these non-physical ways. One of the first times they did that, I was actually on my TikTok live. And I'm sitting there doing a live, and a woman comes in. She says, I have an urgent message to tell you guys. Or to tell me. I'm like, okay. What is it? She goes, your Sasquatch, Sarai, wants you to know that she walks with you and guides you in this life. And as soon as I read those words on the screen, a gigantic hand, boom, on top of my head. I could feel 4 fingers across my forehead. The thumb was down the back of my neck. And it squeezed me 3 times. One of the most amazing feelings I've ever felt in this life. And I knew right then and there that there was more to this. You know? more to the Sasquatch than being physical beings. I've experienced the non-physical. And once that happened, you know, it all started happening. I'd gifted many times with Sasquatch. They actually made a connection of protection for me and the Squatch gang. Me and the boys. And there's been many, many things that's happened along the way. But I'm just going to get into the times where I kind of seen Sasquatch and some really significant things happened. The third time I seen Sasquatch physically with my own eyes, I actually asked for it. You know, one morning last July, me and my twin brother rode on a hike as we do. We went our separate ways. And on that walk that day, I was led to a toy phone in the middle of the forest, just like this. Just sitting there on the ground. But I was deep in the forest. I wasn't on a trail. I was way up in the mountains. And when I found that phone, I picked it up. And I said, all right, guys, you know, I know you're here with me. You know, I know that. And I said, I can't be trading rocks and things with you guys my whole life. Like, I want to see more, guys. I'm ready for more. And as I said that, I then said, I would really like to see some amazing footprints. Another visual sighting. Something like marbles gifted to me. And a good woman come into my life. I'm jokingly around saying it. Like, I was just playing around. I didn't realize what I was doing or that I even had the ability to ask. Within 1 month, it all came to me, guys. The footprints, the visual sighting, something like marbles gifted to me, and a good woman in my life. The next week, me and my twin brother were on another hike. And we come across these 4-toed tracks. We followed those tracks for 7 kilometers, up the mountain, down the mountain. And at the end of that hike, my brother crosses the train tracks that are at the beginning of the hike. He looks both ways, doesn't see anything. I'm behind my brother because I'm always making my videos and stuff like that and talking, right? So, oh wow, they built a new bridge here. That's new. That's awesome. So yeah, I asked for all that stuff. We seen the Sasquatch, the tracks. At the end of that hike, when I came over the train tracks, I looked both ways. And when I look down that side of the tracks, I see about a 7 to 8 foot tall, all black, wide shoulders, absolutely huge, running down the train tracks away from us. So within the first week, I tracked a Sasquatch with amazing footprints and a visual sighting. The next week after that, I was in my house. And I was cleaning up, tidying up the house, as I would do. And in the middle of my floor, I turn around. In the middle of my floor, there's 2 big ball bearings, that big, just like marbles. Exactly what I asked for. And I go, wow. They're bringing me what I asked for. This is amazing. So I'm like, where's my woman, right? Where is she? Now, I posted online about those marble things that I found or were gifted to me. And when I did that, it caught the attention of my woman. That's when Miriam came into my life. The marble-like things that I was gifted to me actually caught her attention. And I have a memory here. She actually was sitting on this log at one point. She's passed away. She passed away in March. But the lessons I learned being with her about myself, about others, about life in general, things that I needed to experience. All things that I needed to go through. And it's funny, right? Like, we talk about the spiritual Sasquatch. And this is a little confirmation that I got while I was on a trip. When I went to Quebec last year with Mimi. I was in Brandon, Manitoba for 2 days. 3 days. She had lost her ID and we're like, you know what? We're just going to take a break at this hotel for a couple days. So we did. And as we were walking around the streets of Brandon, Manitoba, a random homeless man comes walking up to me. He says, "Hey man, here's 2 cigarettes. One is for you and one is for Sasquatch." And right then and there I just got the squatch bumps, goosebumps. I was like, holy, these guys do walk with me. I know they do. But the confirmation that you get sometimes is so needed. Especially in times. Times that you need it. It just comes. My journey with Sasquatch has been nothing but amazing. Just a few things I wanted to share with you guys. I'm out here today making little videos for my channel. This trail walks right up onto properties. There's actually a golf course right there that has had Sasquatch encounters many times. Many golfers have seen Sasquatch right here, right in this forest that I'm walking in. So the connections can be made, guys. This is a spiritual walk with Sasquatch, with Sabe, And it's a big thing to do with like honesty, truth, respect, freaking honor. They see us for who we truly are. They know us. They know us more than we know ourselves sometimes. Oh, the mosquitoes are bad in here. I wonder where those people are. There's people on this trail. I've seen a vehicle, but I haven't ran into anybody yet. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing some of my Sasquatch journey. And this is just starting. You know, it's a never-ending journey. It's a lifetime journey with Sasquatch, with Bigfoot, with Sabe. And it's just getting started, guys. Literally. I'm really excited to see how my life turns out, the good I will do. Like, I personally know that I've helped a few people in my journey already, just being me. And I did bring a friend out one time last summer. She was healed, man. She had the healing energy run over her entire body. Something she'll never forget. Hey, Nicole. Because that's the walk, guys. That is the walk. Hey, we got a golfer over there. A couple golfers. And it's an honor to be a part of this walk. You know, I think about my life back in the day, who I was, what I was. Even though Sasquatch was with me the entire time, through that spiritual walk, through that journey of life. You know, all the things that I did that I shouldn't have done. Maybe I should have, right? Because it got me here. Things that I needed to go through, experience. What a honor. Look at these guys. They have the luckiest place to live in the world. These houses, eh? Backed onto this trail. Right in the middle of the mountains. It's a beautiful thing. Private property, no trespassing. Uh-oh. I'm native, man. This is my land. I do what I want. That's a bad way to say it. You guys get the drift, though. Anyways, guys. Stuff that I wanted to share with you guys today. It's always so weird filming myself on this 16:9. I don't know where to look. That better. Thank you guys for joining me on this walk. It's so hard to film like this. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you learned something. If I can teach anybody anything about the subject, that's the honor. That's the truth. I love you guys. Squatch out. Just crossed this little bridge. I'll continue filming until I get back up to the truck. Or the car. Sorry, I'm in the car today. Another beautiful spot here, guys. I love this area. This is home. This is home. I do really hope you guys enjoyed hearing some of my stuff for sure, though. We had the Big Tree Trail. Big tree. There's some big trees in here. Not the biggest I've ever seen, though, that's for sure. Some real big trees here in British Columbia. Ancient old growth. You get near some of those guys. That's where the knowledge is. Meditate with that tree. Feel that tree's energy. Feel that tree's spirit. What What a journey, guys. This life, the one that I walk in today. We came up on the other side of the creek. Okay. This is where I'm going to end the video. Love y'all. Squatch out.